When it comes to Christianity and the Bible, there are a few quotes and ideas that feel really good and peaceful to me. The idea that God takes care of the flowers in the fields and the birds, and that the animals don't have to worry about their food, shelter, or what's going to come next. They just exist in their space, growing and expanding or contracting during the fall months. I also feel like there's this belief and idea of asking and receiving, that life is a call and response between what am I looking for and receiving what I'm looking for. Ask and you shall receive, knock and the door shall be answered, seek and you shall find. That comes to mind. And also this idea of faith without works is dead. If we have faith and we don't take action in faith, through faith, really working with faith, what are we doing? I'm Latia, and it's coming up for me that it's a holiday week, and it's a few days till this holiday meant for gratitude and coming together, connecting with family. And what better way to start the week than, I guess, just kind of having like a celebration moment and gratitude and excitement for what's coming next. I know that what I hear, I remember reading a book, and in this book it said that thank you is the most powerful prayer. That when we get into an attitude of gratitude and we're truly grateful for what we have, and we're not worried about the things that we don't have, that is when life will expand and enhance what we already have in our lives. So when it comes to law of attraction and manifesting, I also hear that gratitude is a great way to bring in that which you desire. When you can recognize, oh my goodness, I'm so blessed and I'm excited for more to come, that's a better space to be in than being in a space of, I lack this, I don't have that, that's not here, that's not there, I want this is missing. That is a focus on what you don't have. And I didn't watch a full video on it, but there was this video, and I believe it was a real social dynamics person, but they were talking about how when you are needy, it creates a state of neediness. But the neediness cannot be satisfied because you become identified by it. So that person in particular wanted to be in a relationship with a certain person and started to create an identity of needing this person that would not be met if they got the person. So I found that interesting because I feel like a lot of times it's easy to get into a state of needing something and being addicted to the need of the thing over honoring the vision of what you're wanting to achieve or get out of that relationship. So misattribution comes to mind, where so what I think most of us do, and this person did it too, but through a person, it's usually when I'm making $1 million a year, then I'll be happy. When I have a happy marriage, then I'll be happy. When I find the perfect wife, then I'll be happy. When I have the perfect husband, then I'll be happy. When my kids are amazing and successful, then I'll be happy. We put these conditions on our happiness and we wait until those conditions are met, thinking that that will satisfy our state of being. And then whether we, like, once we achieve it, so let's say you have this list of, I make this much money, I live in this location, I have this wife, I have this child, I have, like, this is my setup for success. And you get to that setup of success and you're still feeling empty and you're still seeking. That is, I believe, a common situation that happens, because a lot of times we think that in achieving our goals, we're going to find this inner happiness and satisfaction. And what I find most fascinating is that, especially with like Tony Robbins and Brendan Burchard and different motivational speakers, when they attack mindset and how we operate in the world, it is about creating that state of mind before the thing happens. So if we want to feel happy or joyful or enthusiastic, it is possible to create that state of mind without things being attached to it. So one of meditating and visualizing are some of my favorite ways of playing with this, because what happens is if you can create the feeling that you believe having these things will give you, it creates a state where you're more likely to receive it. So what I think of, I don't know if you've heard of this exercise before, but there's this way of looking at what you want as be, do, have. Who do I need to be? What do I need to do? And what will I have? And I hear them talked about in different ways. So sometimes you start with what I want to have. If I want to have a job where I'm happy, satisfied, kicking butt, rocking it out, then you're like, okay, I want this great job. Okay, well, who do I need to be in my interviews to get this job? Well, I need to be someone people want to work with. I need to be enthusiastic. I need to be, very joyful and powerful. So it's like, okay, all right, well, what would a joyful, great employee do? Well, let me do the things that this person would do. You show up on time. You might, go the extra mile, give excellent customer service, and really connect with people and be present. You leave your problems at home and you don't bring them to work. So now you can create this structure where it's like, okay, so from what I want, here's who I want to be, and this is what I would like to have, here's who I'll be, and this is what I'll do. And even I believe I went to the growth seminar and they were talking about it, and it was like, we look at having, like, it's a tree. There are the roots and the trunk and the fruit. Like, I think roots is separate from trunk, is separate from like the fruit that come off. So the fruit is the having, and the deeper your character and who you are being, the stronger your foundation. So then you can do the things that you need to do for as long as you need to do them. So then you produce the fruit. Is how it goes. Which for me makes me think of mind, body, soul. It's like that interconnected relationship. Is your soul pure and loud and strong? Is it small? Is it well developed? Is your mind what's doing all the things for you? Is your body taking action? Like, what does your body look like? It's that relationship of mind, body, soul. It's like, I find it fascinating just for the ordering, because our minds are like the least developed part of ourselves, or your body. But it's like soul is ever present, true essence. Body is this temporary vessel that we live in, and mind is like the last thing that's fully developed within our body structures. And depending on your perspective, it's like your body could be the result of the way your mind is operating. There's this like interesting interconnected relationship between all the pieces, and whatever you nurture will show. But if you're focused on a spiritual journey and honoring your soul, it'll show up in other areas of your life. If you're very into knowledge and research and developing your mind, that may show up in other areas. And if you take really good care of your body, which is like pretty fundamental to a lot of things, because if your body doesn't have the energy to make it through the day or the week or anything, you're going to be very limited in your capacity to do things. But when it comes down to it, if we're grateful for where we are and what we have, even if it's not great, even if it's not perfect or what we want, that sets the stage for everything else to grow and be more fertile. That is a softening and an opening and a receptive state. So when we're grateful for what we have, the people in our lives, our relationships, our ability to grow, our capacity to expand, the latent potential that's waiting to be stirred up within us, that is when everything can shift. And I recently read The Power of Habit, and it's getting me excited for working with people on shifting their habits and honoring where they are and creating the grateful state before manifesting the wildest dreams that they have. Because as we take these steps in honoring where we are and what we want and what we're creating, we only get better and better as people and in our relationships. So this is a holiday where we can take a moment and be grateful for all that we have. And we can take a moment to forget about that which we're creating. And it's also possible to be grateful in advance for what you will receive and getting yourself into a headspace of, I have my wildest dreams. It's all possible. It's all existing somewhere. And with patience and taking action, it'll come to fruition. Or maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm not a psychic. But all we can do is our best to honor where we are and celebrate what's coming to us. Do we have positive expectation? Do we believe it's possible for us? I don't know. Like, I'm doing my best to shift my habits and I'm having fun. And I don't know what you're working on or towards. Please comment. Let me know, what are you working on? What are you grateful for? What are you excited about this holiday season? And if you're curious to learn more, let me know. I am always willing to talk about a lot of things. And I hope you have a wonderful day. See you next time.